Is a giant UFO heading to Earth in 2027? This is the latest theory running around the internet. Is it valid? Is anybody of any significance talking about it? Let's go to someone that looks fairly insignificant. This bloke on TikTok, right? Let's see what he's got to say. What convinces this person?
Ship headed towards Earth. So I've been monitoring this leak for the last number of days. There appears to be a large object several light years away that has corrected its position several times, meaning it is intelligent. It is also heading right towards Earth and may be here as soon as 2027. So it's all starting to make sense.
How does that make sense? What's all starting to make sense? There was talking about this being something like spotted by the James Webb telescope, I believe. When this guy says, I've been keeping an eye, who is this person? Just some random bloke in his car? Like, why has he got special knowledge about this? Maybe he'll explain, because I briefly watched this earlier, but let's see.
The notes handed around at George W. Bush Sr.'s funeral, which obviously we've never got an answer to.
The amount of times I've heard that as well. Like, there was George W. Bush, or George Bush Sr., his funeral, and every single topic we've done on the podcast over the last 4 years or whatever, or every single conspiracy that pops up, not every single, but a vast majority of them, it always ties into this. Well, what do you think they was passing around at George Bush's funeral in that envelope that everyone was reading, everyone was looking at? They was talking about like QAnon and all this kind of stuff before, and now they're saying that there was secret information about this object, this ship heading towards Earth. Now, that was what they was talking about at George Bush's funeral. Why would you at that? You would wait till after the funeral. Like, if it was not going to happen until 2027, when was George Bush Sr.'s funeral? It was like forever ago, right? Why would they suddenly, like, this can't wait a moment longer? Pass this around at the George Bush Senior's funeral while they're burying him. Everyone looks shocked, and then we'll all go about our business for 20 years until some bloke in a car pops up and brings it up on the TikTok that doesn't exist at the moment.
I think they were told then that this was inbound. So I'll play the video for you now. This is the rumor, but as yet it hasn't been disproved. Aliens could be on the way.
Contact. So an object that they spotted. This person that I've been talking to was asked to not talk about the details yet, but they can tell me that the first discovery, the lights, came from ESA, the European Space Agency. The other one is coming from the USA Canadian team, also from James Webb though, but they're the ones leading this investigation. It was tasked from either the NSA or the DoD. They don't know who's the one tasking it, but yes, it is part of this quote-unquote threat narrative. The signal that is incoming is the big unknown. What they know is that it is coming. What they don't know is what the hell it is. I am trying to get people from Congress, either Congress people or staff.
Who the fuck's that as well? Like, other than the fact that he's got an astronaut, it appears, in one side on the wall behind him, and an Area 51 number plate, apparently, with something else space-related. Like, is he of any significance? No one's telling anyone who any of these people are. And another thing that really makes me laugh about when you do TikToks and when you see people on TikTok is this other guy that was originally speaking. Rather than just fuck off out of the picture, he's in the corner pretending that he's watching this for the first time, giving it, watch this guy. He knows what he's talking about. Well, just get your face out of it, mate. Like, unless you're going to speak or do anything or intrude and clarify what he's saying, do one. There's literally no point in you being there. Anyway, I'm going to do one.
Offers to give me an official quote. Another detail that was given to this person that I'm talking to is that this object is making moves, breaking moves, and course correcting moves. So that means that it is not a natural satellite. That means that it is not an asteroid either. It's coming this way, and it is massive. I wasn't given speed of this object. I wasn't given dimensions. It was very vague, and this is what Congress people are being told as well. But there is another nugget of information that they're being told, which is the reason they are doing these unclassified briefings, because apparently there is some level of urgency. That doesn't mean that it's a threat, but it needs to be looked at and it needs to be studied. Elizondo is already talking about it. Matt Ford is already talking about it. I know that more people are going to start coming forward with it over the next 10 days or so. Congress people are being briefed about it as we...
Well, look out for that. People are going to be talking about this over the next 10 days or so. To be fair to these people, I'd done a quick YouTube search once I saw this to see if there's any credibility, and there's quite a few videos about it with people like talking about it like this is a credible thing. I don't know if it's a credible thing or not. But because I accept the fact that I'm just a random bell end on the internet, just like all of these people are, except they think they've got special knowledge because they've looked at other people's stuff. But I'm just, I'm quite interested in this topic. I'm quite interested in conspiratorial stuff. I'm quite interested in space and UFOs and aliens and things like that. So it's quite interesting to me, but I'm wondering where are the credible people talking about this? If there's credible people talking about this, please link me to them.
speak.
How confident are you that it's true that there is an object detected by James Webb that's headed towards Earth that is massive? Like how confident are you in that, not in that information you got from your source?
More than confident, it's like I'm weary that this information is being passed around. I don't know if it's true. I know that it is being passed around.
Sure.
That I'm confident of.
Sure.
But I want to know...
I'm confident that this information's being passed around, but I don't know if it's true. Like, who is this person, by the way? Who is that? And it, to me, I don't know what that show is they're on there, but that just looks like a random podcast sort of thing that I do. That's using, it looks like StreamYard there to make a podcast. It does not look like some big, I mean, I don't know, it might be a big podcast. I don't want to shit all over them. It might be, I'm sure they're decent, but are they credible?
Their motive for talking about this and
Got it.
why it's being like urgently communicated. Because
Is this tied to what Lou was saying on Matt's show?
yeah, it is.
You think those two things are the same thing?
Is that confirmed or you think it is?
I asked, and I didn't get a no. I can talk about it.
Massive alien ship headed...
Back to the beginning again for him then. So what do we think then about this? I want to, like whenever I see things like this, like you wait your whole life to see when there's going to be an admission of not being alone in the universe or whatever. And I kind of understand the point of not announcing it if something's heading this way. But it's going to be difficult to cover it up, right? If it's going to be in a couple of years, it's going to be here. And what they've seen on the James Webb, I've got no idea. Anyway, if you know any more about it, let me know in the comments. If you I don't know, right? If what you know about it is literally what I've just found out about it, and you've just watched some videos, therefore you're an expert, hit the comment section anyway, because send me some videos and I'll have a look at it because it'll be fun. Right, cheers everybody. This was Whatcast. I am Matt. Please subscribe, like, share, etc. if you're interested in these topics. See you later.